to weekly 1.3. What are we going to learn about this, Marina?
Still in the first marking period, third week.
Right.
I don't know, let's see, it's so exciting. This week featuring subtracting fractions.
Almost as fun as adding them.
Almost, but not quite. Alright, so we'll jump right into an example. Example 1, what is the difference? Oh boy, I better underline that because we're gonna need to know about that. So what is the difference of 5/8 and 2/6?
Well, I'm just guessing that difference means subtraction because we just had that. Yeah, that was my clue. So I'm thinking that this could be rewritten as 5/8 minus 2/6.
No, let me put a minus here. But I think yes, difference means to subtract. Oh, I'm feeling deja vu.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks just like something we did last week.
I think we're going to have to get the denominators to be the same again, don't you?
Again? That took a long time.
It does take a long time.
That was a lot of work.
It's going to be worth it, Miss Marino. It's going to be worth it. All right. 5/8 minus 2/3. Sorry, 2/6. And,
It will equal something eventually. I think we got to start out. Remember last week? We took our bigger denominator and we found the multiples of it?
That's right. We called it skip counting or multiples. So we would say, the bigger one's 8, so we'd say 8,
16, 24, 32. I love my 8 table.
She's good at 8s. So we know 8 goes into all of them. Let's see, 6 doesn't go into 8 evenly.
Nope. Cross it out.
Doesn't go into 16 evenly.
Cross it out.
But goes into 24.
Do you think 24 is our common denominator?
Yeah, because 8 times 3 is 24 and 6 times 4 is 24.
So I like what you did last week. You rewrote the whole problem putting 24 as all the denominators.
Yeah.
And then you left your numerators empty to fill in as we complete the problem.
So I'm going to do that again here. Something over 24 minus something else over 24 is going to give us something over 24. Because just like when we're adding, we have to keep those denominators the same.
So our denominators, when we add and subtract, the denominator does not change. When we multiply, however, which I'm going to do in a moment, we do change it. So if I look at 5/8, I remember that last week we had to multiply by a unit fraction, which means that the numerator and denominator are the same number, giving us 1 unit.
Right.
Funny, we'll talk about unit rate in our other lessons, which ties really well with this. So we are going to get something that should be over 24. Now looking back up here, 1, 2, 3, I know that 3 times 8 gives me 24. Again, my numerator and denominator has to be the same. 5 times 3 gives me 15, and I'm gonna write 15 24ths.
All right, I'll try 2/6.
All right.
2/6. 2/6 needs to be multiplied by a unit fraction, and on the bottom, in the denominator, we need to end up with 24. So we know that 6 times 4 we said was 24, so I think that makes our unit fraction 4/4. And we multiply 4/4 by 2/6, and for multiplying, remember, you do multiply right across the bottom and right across the top. So 2 times 4 is 8, 6 times 4 is 24. We're going to be subtracting 8/24.
So we have 15/24 minus 8/24. Now that I have common denominators, my denominators look exactly the same. I can simply take my numerators and subtract them. 15 minus 8 gives me 7/24, which I believe is in simplest form. Nothing else we can do.
I don't see any way to reduce it.
I think that's it. We solved example number 1 and got 7/24.
Yay.
Clearly mark your answer.
Well, this time they told us it was subtraction. They didn't use that word difference.
So if I had looked at example 1 and I didn't know what difference was, But now my second example was subtraction.
Could have been a clue.
Yeah, most of you, there is 10 problems on your weekly. 9 of them are always doing exactly the same thing as the examples. 1 is to see if you can remember what we did last week. So that one is in there a little bit tricky.
That's the tricky
So see
one.
if you can find which one that is.
So I'm going to start with finding, skip counting by 9s, because that's the bigger.
Whoa, 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 I see something.
What?
No. 3 goes into 9 evenly.
Oh. So if I wrote my skip counting list, I could just stop at 9.
Yes, yes we could.
I think you're right. I think that we know the first fraction is going to be 7/9 because we're not going to have to change it.
So we don't have to multiply by anything, we just keep it the way it is.
But we know we're going to change this one to 9ths, and we know the answer is going to be in 9ths.
All right, I'll do it.
All right.
2/3 times something over something equals something over 9. 3 times 3 is 9. My unit fraction needs to look exactly the same in the numerator as the denominator. 2 times 3 gives me 6. And I end up with 6 over 9.
7/9 minus 6/9. The 9s stay the same as we already showed there, but on the top we're going to subtract 7 minus 6 is 1. Put a big box around it to show that's the answer.
That one was way easy.
That one was really easy. Well, we only had to multiply one fraction by a unit fraction. This
That
one,
really helped.
yes.
All right, if you have any questions about your weekly, come see me during lunch or watch the video again to help you. And we will see you next week for weekly 1.4.
Goodbye.